a junior at UNC. If I had to use one word to describe my life, I would choose expectation. I always expect the way life will turn out, and my plan is always the right plan, and I want my plan to work out. But time and time again, my plans have failed me, and I've just been left disappointed. I grew up going to church, and I knew who God was, and I knew all the right answers, and I thought that life would be happy and fun as long as I was a good girl and followed all the rules. But in middle school, this view of a happy, fun life began to change. My best friend became severely depressed and suicidal and would call me many nights saying that I wouldn't see her at school the next day. I felt so helpless and alone, and I didn't know who to turn to or what to do. There was nothing I could do to change the situation. But after a year, she seemed to be getting better, and I expected her to be fine and life to be happy again. But my freshman year of high school, she committed suicide, and I was left feeling alone and empty and really confused. And I kept asking God, why did he take her away from me? And I just didn't understand his plan at all. But then I started to feel God pulling on my heart and saying that only his love could satisfy me and make me feel whole again, and that I had to turn to him, and he would take me through the good and the bad. And so I asked God to forgive me of my sins and trusting in my own plan, and thanked him for sending his son Jesus to die for me, the lonely, broken me. And after that night, I just gave my life to God and trusted in his plan. But there was one part of my life that I had a hard time giving to God, and that was relationships. I would give everything else to him, but this part was going to be my way, my expectation, my plan. And I started dating a guy my senior year, and things started off great, but then in college, I started putting all my happiness and satisfaction in the relationship, and I left God out of it. And I realized this only left me feeling more empty and broken than ever before. And I realized that the only way that I would feel happy again is if I turned back to God and trusted in his plan. But I was afraid of his plan because it meant that it was taking away the relationship and I would be alone again. But I ended the relationship after 2 years of bad decisions, and God forgave me, and once again he was there to make me feel whole and happy again. And ever since then, I've been trusting in God's plan, and his plan has greatly exceeded my expectations, and it's so perfect. And I'm humbled by how my plans have failed me time and time again, and his plan is perfect.